All right, so you think Kamala Harris could be next up as President of the United States. And you're asking yourself, how do I play this with my money? Well, stick around. Today at Monstah Capital, I'm gonna be breaking down the 5 investments that could see some serious upside if Harris takes the helm. We're gonna be focusing on bonds, home builders, renewable energy, EVs, and a little something green, if you know what I mean. So spark up that doobie, settle in, and let's talk about the sectors and companies that could see a surge in growth under a Kamala Harris presidency. Listen, so whenever a new president takes office, stocks tend to see a little bit of a dip in the first 3 months. On average, the market only returns 20 bips or 0.2% in that period compared to a more typical 2% in other quarters during the presidency. And this is consistent whether an elephant or a donkey is calling the shots. So timing, as usual, is of the utmost importance. I can't even count the amount of times I've seen brilliant portfolio managers with even more amazing ideas crumble and fold because they got the timing wrong, and they became forced sellers only to watch their plays consolidate and then rally. So, as John Maynard Keynes once famously said, the market can remain irrational longer than you can remain solvent. Bonds. James bonds. If Harris takes office, you're likely to see continuity on the inflation front and interest rate policy with the current regime. The Fed will likely stick to its current course, gradually cutting rates with fewer surprises. And fewer curveballs mean bond prices could climb. Bonds are a simple, steady play if you expect stability with rates, and a Harris administration could deliver just that. The best way that I think to play bonds, particularly in the equity market, is through TLT. TLT is an iShares 20-year plus Treasury bond ETF. Why I like it? TLT is large and it's liquid. It holds long-term Treasury bonds, and these bonds are particularly sensitive to interest rates. When interest rates fall, the price of the long-term bonds tend to rise more than bonds with shorter maturities. This is because investors are willing to pay more for existing bonds that offer a higher fixed interest rate compared to a newly issued bond with lower rates. Home is where the heart is. Harris has plans for a major housing push. Harris has said that she wants to build 3 million new homes over the course of the next 4 years, as well as looking to provide up to $25,000 in assistance to first-time homebuyers, along with tax cuts for builders who are focusing on these starter homes. So companies like NVR come to mind. This company focuses on affordable and entry-level homes under their Ryan Homes brand. The stock's had a good run this year, up 90%, but it ain't cheap. It's about $9,100 a share, so that's a little steep if you ask me. So you can check out Dreamfinders Homes, ticker's DFH. These guys traded at 10 times PE, so not unreasonable. They're smaller at a $3 billion market cap as well. So now if you're looking for something a bit bigger, check out Lennar Corporation, ticker LEN. They're the second largest home builder in the US. They make 660 square foot starter homes starting at around $140,000. If you don't want to go too specific and would rather just have exposure to the entire space, then why not look at the Spider S&P Home Builder ETF? Ticker XHB. Or you could check out the iShares US Home Construction ETF, ticker ITB. Both good choices. Kamala Harris, she's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0.
Honestly, horrific.
Harris is all in on tackling climate change, calling it an existential threat, whereas Trump, he did call it a hoax.
And this is their new hoax.
So she could be the closest thing we actually have to a Captain Planet, which would make Greta Thunberg one of her Planeteers, maybe. Okay, enough with the Captain Planet references. Anyway, I like Brookfield Renewable Partners, ticker BEP. This company generates enough green energy to power a city the size of London on just using renewable energy alone. I mean, that's pretty incredible. I would also add to that mix Nextra Energy, and this is what all the pundits are saying. That everyone throws NEE, ticker NEE, into the mix. These guys are the parent company of Florida Power and Light, and you're thinking, well, why am I going to buy a Florida power company? They're actually the world's largest producer of clean energy, so they could greatly benefit from any new green-focused tax credits. Both these stocks could be primed for growth under a Harris presidency. 60% depreciation after 3 years? Listen, electric vehicles go hand in hand with renewable energy and the whole ESG thematic. You have environmental, social, and governance. Yeah, it's a thing. But I'm holding off on a Tesla shout out here for 2 reasons. One, and very important one, near and dear to my heart, I just sold my Model 3 Performance Edition with 15,000 kilometers for a 60% haircut. Actually, it was 58.5%, but I round up, okay? So I'm not quite over that. And two, Musk's vocal Trump support could alienate Kamala fans. So we could see a shift towards Rivian, which has been much maligned this year. It's down about 55% on production issues, among other things. But with Harris in office, Rivian's focus on electric trucks could appeal to that eco-friendly policy base. So if you want to play the global EV auto theme and not just look at a specific stock, then let's look at CraneShares EV and Future Mobility Index ETF. Man, that is a lot of words. The ticker there is CARS, K-A-R-S. The reason I like this ETF is that it gives you access to Chinese plays like Build Your Dream, BYD, and NIO. Oh, you've never heard of NIO? Well, look up the EP9 car, okay? Have a look at that. You're welcome. So you're wondering why I asked you to light up that J at the beginning of the video? Yay! Right, this is why. Harris supports full federal legalization of the wacky tobacco, whereas I don't expect Trump to really go full throttle and push that for full-scale legalization. There are two ways I'd play this, and both are through ETFs. One is the Amplify Alternative Harvest ETF, appropriately named with the ticker MJ for Mary Jane. This ETF tracks performance of legal cannabis companies globally for both medical and non-medical purposes. It trades at about $3 a share, so you can load up with momentum. I do think if we got rescheduled from being a class 1 drug to maybe a class 3 or even descheduled altogether, unlikely, and legalized across the board, this puppy could rocket back up to its 2021 highs at $25 a share. So I'd put that one on the radar in new space. The one I like better as it focuses exclusively on North American marijuana plays is the Advisor Shares Pure US Cannabis ETF, ticker MSOS. The same deal here, trades about $6 a share. In 2021, it broke through $50. So both of these could see a parabolic move if we see a policy shift, okay? In conclusion, here's the big picture. Harris had an abbreviated campaign. She's been a bit all over the place about her policies, but the roadmap and the important issues to her are already out there. Dig into her plans for yourself and think about a strategy and come up with a plan and then execute. A Harris presidency could also open the doors in the healthcare, industrial, AI, and tech sectors. I just picked 5 specific issues I wanted to talk about. Again, as I said in my Trump video, this isn't about taking sides, it's about money, baby, and being prepared. Like Michael Jordan said, Republicans buy shoes too. So plan for all outcomes, because the market moves regardless of who's in office. You might as well make money if your candidate didn't get in, and as they say, makes the herd feel good. So if this helped you get focused or took a little fear out of investing, tap that like button, subscribe, and stay in the loop for more content to come. If you think there's no chance Kamala's getting in, then please watch my What to Buy If Trump Wins 5 things. Good luck handling the volatility. Remember, kindness is the rent we pay on earth, so do something nice for someone.